Welcome in to the possibly the penultimate episode of the Goats of Wrath. We shall see. As always, just want to mention that audio is being done by Tabletop Audio and Arcane Anthems. Links are in the description. But let's not dally anymore. So, last time, for pretty much the entire session, you fought two dickhead necromancers and a dragon. A zombie dragon, to be specific. Faendal spent most of the time in a yo-yo battle of teleportation magic until Nyah eventually managed to kill the bitch, as I think she put it. In retribution, she then got feeble-minded, which wasn't great for a couple of rounds. Battle raged on until the point that the dragon started becoming unstable and essentially an arc reactor lightning the hell out of all of you. There were some pretty badass moments, I must say, including Thrungi jumping off a dragon and accelerating a necromancer onto his axe to cut him in half. And Rambear with an entire party-wide heal just in time before half of them succumbed to death saves. Spent and exhausted, you took time to rest in the entrance to a catacomb that was nearby. And Faendal had a spark of ingenuity that might just give them the more extensive rest that they need. That you needed, I should say. And through the power contained within the Paragon Stone, the manipulation of fate by an angel of Maturia, and a little bit of aid from the rest of you, you managed to place yourselves on a different strand of fate where you were much more well rested. It came at a cost, but you are now standing in the cave as kind of misty strands of spider silk like substance fade from view and the darkness lingers outside. Before we get started, a couple of things. Firstly, inspiration for Bryn, for Thrungi, mainly for that dragon axe leaping moment, which was so cool. So you have inspiration if you don't already have it. Faendal, just for the vortex warping. It's the episode title and it's funny. And I don't know how this is going to work, but the Primal Wolf also has inspiration just for being a ridiculous tank that it had no right to be. If the Primal Wolf comes back, he has inspiration. Remember that. And then lastly, at the time I didn't have anything down for what was on the corpses, but Faendal did also roll a 27 investigation check, so it kind of seems fair that he finds some stuff. You find a ring of protection. I'm assuming you've basically identified these as part of varying elements. And also something called an arcane capacitor, which you can find on D&D Beyond. Let me know if you would like to attune to them. I will happily roll it into that concept of getting a long rest as part of that fate thing.
I would like to attune to.
Cool. Decrease your maximum hit points by 1. When you put the ring on and attune to it, it bites into your finger and will not come off. It still acts as a ring of protection, but you are now attuned to a cursed item that you cannot remove.
Gets rid of one, gets
Is
rid
it
of one.
a cursed ring of protection that I need to add?
No. Just put ring of protection in because that cursed one is different. But this one has its own curse.
It's just that I took 1 damage, reduced my max health, and I can't take it off.
Correct.
Ow. Okay.
Remove curse and the like may do so, but, you know, that's a bridge to cross at another time.
Get them very quickly.
Yes.
Can you check your microphone? Your audio drops a little bit while you're doing the intro.
It was still audible.
I will.
For a bit, it wasn't.
Give
For
me a
me.
second. Is that doing any better?
It was actually fine just now. It was just during, like earlier, it was a bit like.
Okay. Well, I will keep an eye on it. It's closer to me now.
Nice.
Possibly
When
because I
it's-
was just turning away from it. But,
Ooh.
yes.
What does it say?
Yeah, do you want to tell people what the arcane capacitor does, Chris?
When attuned to this item, when you cast a spell at a higher level, so when you upcast a spell, the item gains a number of charges equal to the number of levels above normal you have cast it. As a bonus action, you can fire a number of darts equal to the number of charges in the amulet. Each dart having a range of 30 feet, they automatically hit their target and deal 1d4 lightning damage per dart. If it contains 10 or more charges, it overloads, shoots the nearest creature to the wearer with all the darts, and the wearer takes the same amount of lightning damage. But it gains a couple of. It gains stuff when it upcasts spells. And I can shoot people with bonus actions, which I like because bonus actions are nice.
Yes. You are standing in the cave. What would you like to do?
Oh my god. And with the Ring of Protection, I can reach 20 AC. Faendal's finally getting his turn as a tank. With his now 75 HP.
I'm going to use this brief moment to check through my spells. So
Mhm.
I'll be quiet for a bit.
I think we need to move on.
I'm going to mourn my stone a bit.
Do we even know where we need to go at this point?
Balthazar and Faendal can roll perception checks.
Sure.
21?
I heard
18.
91, and I was like, what the?
And
21.
also, we've got 10 minutes. Can I find familiar?
It's up to you. Do you want to spend 10 minutes?
Or do we need to spend 10 minutes? Do we want to travel off straight away?
We're pretty rested now, so
Don't need to. It's just nice to have a scout.
I think it's definitely worth it because we have a Miss Clonk Clonk over here.
Okay. You spend 10 minutes.
The world goes black, everything is over, we're all dead.
While he's casting that, Balthazar, you kind of take a look out, and you don't really see much. To be honest, the entrance to the cave is pointing the direction you came, but you do kind of feel kind of a dark chill creeping into the edge of your vision. Kind of silent whispers, just almost a basal vibration in your bloodstream, putting you roughly north. It's hard to tell these days.
It feels horrible outside. Just gonna say it. Are we skipping ahead to when Faendal's got his bird?
Yeah. And with a sparkle of arcane light and a shimmering of feathers, there is a peacock sitting there now with a top hat. No, it doesn't come with a hat. You
But
have to have a hat on.
It loses the hat, so that top hat is gone. No, it wasn't wearing a top hat. It was wearing the unique beret. I've lost the beret. The beret no longer.
What would you like to do?
I will put a top hat on it. I've got 4 black ones, a green one, a red one, and a purple one. Rambear, which one do you think is best? I'll hold out 4 top hats.
I think purple's the snazziest. It's rich. It matches your peacock.
Purple for battle. Purple for the battle. It has a little strap under it that I reach under its head, so it's securely tied. I'm gonna finish the wine from Constantine. Be like, I'm ready to get on with it. Let's go finish it.
You head off and begin trekking with the internal compass that Faendal, you start picking up on as well at this point. Just that uncomfortable feeling in your veins. You hear kind of silent whispers that almost calling you home to a place you've never been. I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw. You are all within Nyah's aura. You're intelligent enough to be travelling in that protection now.
Me and Balthazar have advantage. Not that I need it.
I was just about to ask, how can you like get that to indicate on D&D Beyond? Is it easy enough to do?
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to just remember. We have advantage on con. Nyah has advantage on all mental stats.
Balthazar.
12.
12. Faendal.
Even with advantage.
And Nyah's aura.
15 with Nyah's aura.
Okay. Faendal.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Nyah.
24.
24. Rambear.
14.
14. And Thrungi.
24.
24. You all managed to stave off the environmental effects. You feel it's definitely hard at times. You are breathing in this ash, but a few of you kind of pull up clothing and pull it across your faces. The rest of you just huddle around Nyah, where there's almost a passing of the ash around her that's not quite touching her. Thrungi just walks into it, doesn't seem to give a shit. But it is getting harder to see now. These ash clouds are getting thicker and the light is fading. It's hard to tell whether it's from magical means or just an approach to dusk. Faendal, as you're kind of walking along, your peacock strutting with you, at times it just seems to fade and become translucent before fading back into more corporeal state. And to be honest, not just Faendal, but all of your bones just feel old. Creeping out of the ash of fog, a large forest comes into view. Petrified forest, long dead and cracked bark and branches laying around. A few bits of remaining bark are flaking away in the wind as you watch. And just a pervasive darkness is seeped in between the gnarled and warped trunks.
All this is fun.
Are we still sort of heading the right direction?
Your direct path leads you through this forest.
I could go up high and see if there are any alternate routes.
Don't stray too far.
Okay, I'll see if I can go just above the tree line.
Yeah.
Can we
Give me
tie a rope to her?
Don't go away.
like a balloon. Give me a strength saving throw for Electo.
Strength savings. Okay, so
I'll have my peak. No. What?
okay, that D20. Well, the roll is a 2, so unless Electo has insane strength stats, no, that's a 6 altogether.
You kind of take off into the sky, and as mentioned, like this fog, this ashen clouds are getting thick now, and the winds buffing to them are getting not necessarily faster but stronger. Like there's a malevolent force behind them, deliberately trying to interfere with your passage. You try to get up, and just at times, like, Electo's failing, and you're afraid that if you keep trying, there's a chance that you're both going to fall. It's up to you.
Come back down.
From what little you did manage to see, kind of relying on your kind of just passive perception into the ash, this forest appeared to stretch either way. For a short distance, it's hard to really get a full scale.
I guess we just have to head through. That's the way to go.
Yeah, I can't see any other route, and it's too dangerous for me to scout anymore.
I can send the peacock ahead to lead the way. Smaller target. Maybe won't be noticed as much, and hope it doesn't end the same way as last.
As the peacock flies past, I'd like to touch his top hat and cast a light on it.
Okay. Just make it more obvious, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is the target. If anyone's got
Canary
arrows,
in the coal mine. Peacock in the dead forest.
if someone can guide me, or if Rambear, if I can jump on top, while I look in the eagle's eyes. The eagle peacock. Rambear looks like they're thinking very intently.
Yeah. I'm letting them.
Sorry. You need a guide. I thought you meant guidance, so I was like, I don't have guidance.
Oh, you can have guidance. A ride, I said.
A ride. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Can I jump on your
Hop
back?
on.
Because I'm going to lose my eyes now. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
First of all, can you roll me a stealth check for the peacock?
With
While you're doing
disadvantage.
that, are
Whoops.
you intentionally walking, like keeping equidistant, or are you letting the peacock go in for a bit first and then seeing what it sees, then potentially following, or just going with a vanguard essentially?
Should we just follow it with a 30 feet, if it's 30 feet ahead of us or so?
That's what I figured. We'd use it as a
Then we
light
can
source
still
to keep
see
us
its
all
light.
going the same direction.
Because then you guys can see its light.
Yeah.
Like a little will-o-wisp in the distance.
Stealth check for the peacock, please.
You said with disadvantage, but there's no point. I have had 2 rolls. This is not a crit success.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't know how stealthy the peacock is. I don't think it'll make up.
You are following in, and you trek onwards for a little bit, and then the peacock kind of goes ahead, and you lose sight of the light as it enters into a patch of darkness that is apparently incapable of being illuminated by a light cantrip. Can the rest of you roll stealth checks for me as well, please?
Can Rambo roll?
Can Rambo cast- Pass that trace before we.
Yeah.
Sick.
Can I take Rambo's roll? Because I'm on Rambo's back. Without...
Rambo roll at disadvantage.
Oh. I'll just roll Right. Rambo, are you going to roll with disadvantage, or do you want just me to roll instead?
I mean, you don't have to because Rambo already rolls with disadvantage, and disadvantage doesn't stack.
Rambo should also have
Rambo's armor.
advantage on stealth, I believe, because of their black bear, or is it just your proficient in stealth?
Proficient in stealth.
That's it.
Or is it disadvantage?
Do you just want to roll then? I'll just take
Yeah, I'll-
whatever Rambo gets.
It's true.
No point in adding an extra failure.
So it's still over 20, so I think we're okay.
Cool. The peacock disappears, and that suddenly puts you on alert. And Faendal and Rambear, your ears perk up, and you can hear the sound of chitinous legs and mandibles echoing from within that darkness.
Extenses are through the peacock right now.
Cool.
That's why I was like,
You hear it loudly. And what's the peacock's armor class?
I mean, the peacock will fly up as soon as anything happens, but I assume it doesn't have a chance. 12.
That one, mate. On its stuff.
I literally just summoned it.
This is what happens when you use it as a... yeah.
It was flying. Look, the peacock has a fly speed of 30 feet. It was flying through the air. It's
That's
in
fine.
the air.
That's fine. You are in the peacock's views. You feel it get hit by something and go tumbling to the ground, and it cannot get up.
But it doesn't take damage.
No.
Okay. All right. Can
and I need
I?
you all to roll initiative.
Okay. That's fair.
Uh, 25 to 20.
24.
21. Sorry.
Thank you. 20 to 15. 15 to 10. Okay. 10 to 5.
6.
Fine.
We are not a high initiative party.
You should be.
The only one consistently with good initiative is
Rambear? 4. Give me a second. This will be Theatre of the Mind combat. I don't have a map or anything for you.
My bad. I rolled a nat 1 on the stealth. I don't think the light made much of a difference.
I don't think it helped.
If it had been on the disadvantage roll, I'd have blamed the light, but it wasn't. It was the first. I only rolled once.
You rolled 1.
Yeah.
Rolled a 1 straight off the bat. I'm glad I got an initiative though.
Faendal, though, you did roll first on initiative as there is darkness you can't see into just ahead, and you just felt your peacock get hit by something.
Cool. I will use my action to dismiss the peacock into a pocket dimension.
Okay.
And then I will just shout to everyone, "There's creatures ahead. Be on guard."
Okay.
And probably dismount Rambear behind Rambear,
Go for it.
so Rambear can stand up.
Thrungi is going to slowly take point and make his way in. Axe up, ready, and just hold his action for if he gets attacked.
Could I also, as a bonus action, create item a lit torch? Is that possible?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Just so I can and I'll throw that forward so that there's fire in front of us to
Cool.
so something doesn't come out of the darkness.
Okay, so you're throwing it short of where the peacock disappeared.
Yeah,
Gotcha. That's fine.
just so if we've got light.
Yep. Smart idea. Thrungi, you advance forwards. You're holding your action if something attacks you, correct? What are you holding?
Rage.
Rage. That's fine. What's your armor class?
18.
18. Out of the darkness, 2 thick strands of black webbing come firing out towards you. One skirts over your shoulder, the other one hits you square in the chest, and you are restrained.
In the chest. Cool.
Yeah, you're just wrapped up in webbing and are currently restrained.
Your chest is fine though.
Yeah, my chest is fine.
Yes. That's that. And then coming out, you see 2 of the void spiders you've been fighting up till now. That have just tried to web you. Nyah, you are up.
Okay. I would like to go to the nearest one.
Tell you what. No, your passive perception's rubbish. Okay, you can run up to one of the ones that have approached towards Thrungi.
I think I was on an active.
That's reasonable enough. There's no reason why you wouldn't be mounted, yeah?
So I'll just try and swoop past it.
Go for it.
That is a 28 to hit.
That hits.
And it is 13 slashing and 4 radiant.
Okay.
And I will. Oh,
yep.
finish again.
No, keep going. Second attack.
19 to hit.
Yeah.
Are these void spiders medium creatures or large?
They are technically large.
Okay.
And that is 14 slashing and 1 radiant.
You've got to remember you get advantage on medium creatures. There's no map.
Oh.
Slash into the one that missed Thrungi with its webs before banking away. It's hard to get any kind of height around here because there is that canopy of trees and the strong winds, but you are able to canter away at kind of a low flight. Ending nice turns, Balthazar.
Can I cast Ray of Frost at one of them?
Roll me a wisdom check.
Straight wisdom.
What do you need if there is
23.
Yeah, you can.
Is that to let me cast it?
Yep.
Okay.
There's the sphere's influence.
30 to hit?
30 hits. Are you going for the same one Nyah hit?
Yeah.
Cool.
That was 24 damage.
This one, it's leaking blood from Nyah, and you just throw your Ray of Frost in between. You see it crack at ice up along this, and suddenly, like, frozen blood shatters on the floor. Anything else? If not, Rambear, you're up. Rambear?
There was nothing else then.
Rambear, with your passive perception, you suddenly hear from behind you similar noises coming up behind as well. And you turn around and see 3 more approaching from behind. You are beginning to get surrounded.
Are they close to each other? Within a 5-foot radius, say?
I mean, they're large creatures, so they're keeping a decent distance from each other anyway, so you wouldn't be able to get 2 in a moonbeam.
Damn. I wish I could just moonbeam like from my Care Bear chest, but that's mega Rambear. Also, Faendal, bold of you to assume that you were being carried like a baby.
He's in a papoose.
By the way, I dismounted.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, what's not to love about Moonbeam, except that it's concentration? When Rambear, like, his little ears swivels behind and hears the... they're just gonna sort of, like, instantly, without really thinking.
Cool. On their turn, which is literally happening up when your turn ends, they will roll a con save.
Please do.
Cool. That is a 18.
Meets it?
Yeah.
Boo.
So half
Alright.
damage.
Oh god, what is a D10? It's a 13 rounded 6.
6 points of damage.
Oh, no, 3, sorry.
Cool, go for it.
6 plus 3. It's 9. Sorry.
Well,
9
it's
points of
30
radiant
it's-
damage.
Yeah. 9 points of radiant damage. Bang. As these ones go, one of them uses a bonus action in the darkness that it's coming out of. It disappears into the darkness before appearing right in front of Thrungi. There's the one in the moonbeam, and then there's another one that runs. So the one in the moonbeam runs towards you, Rambear, and the other one runs towards Balthazar. No, this is still very much an ambush. So, the one coming up from Rambear shoots a web at you. It's cocked for a 25 to hit. You're suddenly caught up in webbing and you can't move. One towards Balthazar is a 15 to hit.
That misses.
You see the webbing coming, you just dodge out of the way as it goes over your shoulder. The other one comes in to bite at Thrungi. It has advantage because he is restrained. It makes a bite with a 14 to hit.
Nope.
And then it comes in with its stinger. It's knocked with a 17 to hit.
Again, no.
Just you manage to like just even while restrained like get out of the way of its attacks. Top of the round, Faendal. Faendal, you're intelligent. You are currently surrounded and in the middle of an ambush. Bear that in mind. And you also have a ticking clock. Bear that in mind.
We're forming a fairly tight-knit group right now, aren't we?
You're a little spread. You're not like in like danger of large AoEs, but you're not that far from each other.
And the only spider that's gotten close to us is the one that's attacking Thrungi right now. The only melee range one.
Only one is in direct melee range. The rest can get in quickly.
Can I cast a wall of fire in a circle around the group?
Yep.
Getting that one in the wall of fire and the rest of them like hit by the excess outside. If I have an outwards facing wall of fire.
Okay. One caveat, and that's just going to come down to a dexterity roll between you and Nyah. Each of you roll dexterity for me. This is essentially an initiative check. So, actually, make it an initiative check, so Faendal get your bonus as well.
Oh, what? Hate it. And now you know about the physics engine in it, it was going to be at 20 and then knocked on the edge. It bounced off the edge of the wall of the screen. If my screen was a little bit bigger, it'd have been a nat 20.
So Faendal,
8.
you go to cast this, and you realise that if you release this spell in this moment, Nyah will be caught outside of the wall. You can hold it until her turn if you want. It's up to you.
Think she'll be caught immediately in the damage?
No, as in she is beyond the ring just because of the way she moved away. But also there isn't a lot of height to necessarily get over the wall with how low the trees are.
Right. Can I shout to Nyah, do you trust me? You'll be alright on your own?
Wall of fire goes up. Is it on the casting? Do they need to say?
On the casting, when the wall appears, each creature within its area.
Okay.
So every creature within 10 feet of it on the outside.
Yeah, so just one of the spiders that... hold on, what's the...
I think it's within 10... Within 5?
20 feet in diameter, yeah. So it would just be the one that's in melee range with Thrungi that would actually get hit.
Oh, if it's just the one of them, I'll wait then.
Yeah?
If it's just the one of them that would get immediately hit,
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
On that for Nyah's turn. I'll hold it to Nyah's turn.
Okay.
I'm going to get closer to Rambear just so I feel like less of a target.
Yeah, that's fine. Thrungi, you're up. You are currently restrained. What do you want to do?
Okay. Am I within the wall of fire?
The wall of fire is not up yet.
I'm holding it.
Has
I'm
held
going
the
to
spell.
shout.
Then I'm gonna-
Shout to the other round.
If I throw the axe, would it still be at disadvantage?
Yes, all of your attacks are at disadvantage while restrained.
Or I'm just going to cut the web in then.
Okay, make an attack roll.
21.
That hits. What's the minimum damage you can do? You're not raging. No, you
8.
would have raged because you got attacked. That's fine.
So the minimum I can do is 11.
Cool. You cut yourself through the webbing with your first attack.
Cool. Second attack, I'm going to throw it at the one that shot me.
Oh, the one that shot you. Okay.
Honestly, you're in melee combat with one.
You are in melee combat with the spider right now. By the way.
Oh, I didn't realise then. I'm hitting that in the face.
It's the one that tried to bite and sting you that missed.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
I'm not going to go reckless.
Okay.
But that is a 3? 13 plus 12
That hits.
for 15 points of damage.
15. Nice. At the end of your turn, the first two spiders laid trap, one of which is heavily bleeding. That one advances onto Balthazar because it can't get to Nyah. Do they get? Nope. And then the other one advances on Thrungi. So the one coming onto you, Balthazar, is going to take a bite and a sting at you. The bite is a 15 to hit.
Misses.
The sting is even worse. That's rolls again. And on Thrungi, didn't go reckless. Straight rolls, 17 to hit. With the
Nope.
bite. And 15 to hit with the stinger. Man, these guys suck. Nyah, it's your turn.
Okay. Can I see how many spiders? Or just the ones that
You can use your action to take a look around if you want.
Action.
It's an, action is a search action.
She wouldn't take a whole action to look around, so she'll just attack the nearest one.
Go for the one that you've already been going after.
Yeah.
Cool, go for it. This will bring you back into the wall of fire, or within the ring that Faendal is planning.
21 to hit.
Hits.
That is 15 slashing, 7 radiant.
This spider just collapses down and starts leaking, not getting back up.
Okay. Can she use her second attack to go to the next one, like the nearest?
Yeah, it's relatively close.
29 to hit.
Yep.
And it is 10 slashing and 5 radiant.
You're coming into the one that was trying to bite and that Thrungi had already hit, and carve into it a little bit. Bursts of light which get absorbed very quickly by the darkness that leaks out of these creatures. And you are back inside where Faendal was planning. Faendal.
Cool.
Wall of fire
They
goes up.
have to make. So how many now are in that?
There would be 3 now.
3 that are gonna get hit by this. And so 5. Yeah, dexterity saving throw. 19 is the DC.
All fail.
All fail. 5. Yeah. Not bad. 27.
Copy that.
27 points of fire damage, please.
They all start like skittering away from the fire and like trying to get away while the front ones are burned.
Fire is facing outwards, so if anyone comes to try and get into the ring again, gives it a bit of respite.
Okay. We can act a little bit outside initiative at this point if you want. Wall of Fire is giving you some time to think about what you want to do. Spiders are still animals and not inclined to run through a wall of fire.
Alright.
You have 1 minute.
I'm sensitive. I don't know if we want to wait around fighting these guys or if we just want to push through.
Would like to get out of this webbing and away from the fire.
Can we please, can we like cut Rambear's webbing?
Between the various ones of you that have bladed weapons and stuff, within this minute, that's possible without rolling.
Thank you.
Should we just get mounted and charge forward?
We
Get
need
past them?
We need to get out of here. We can't.
Don't waste time or resources fighting these guys.
Rambear scoops Faendal up in their arms again.
Or we're just going to run?
I think it's
I'll
the best
take it.
option.
Charge of the GURPS? Or is that too costly?
That is resources we were discussing.
Yes. I'm saying it's 1 resource. Have you still got your moonbeam up, by the way?
I do still have my being up. Blah, blah, blah.
Or can we just assume that you're just like mindless of trying to hit people?
I mean, the problem is she can't see to move it to a location.
You can move it to a random one. No, it has to be a point you see
I
in
think I
it.
have to see it.
I'll
It's
double
just
check.
if they
keep,
move.
keep discussing.
Yeah, if that's resources, that's fine. We can just run and just dash. We know where we need to go. It's
We
just
know
about
our goats' names.
Mighty Billy.
Is Electo still around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw it. It's worth it. It's worth it. The goats are cute.
Okay. You summon 4 goats, and it takes you a second.
Giant goats.
Giant goats, to be fair. Actually, I do need you to roll me a wisdom check, please.
Do you need me to do the same
Nope.
on my wall of fire, actually?
A wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Curious and curious.
How wise is this bear?
+5.
Should be fairly wise. I think it's a +5.
Barely wise. It's a 21.
21. There's a momentary, just like, where you're conjuring the spell and magic seems to, like, collapse for a second, as, like, it can't sustain itself, and then you just push through. These 4 goats appear in a flurry of quickly dying leaves, and the 4 giant goats are there, kind of looking around, nervously eyeing the fire, but otherwise perfectly fine.
Pat Billy on the head, saying, "Good Billy, good Billy."
And this casting Moonbeam didn't have the same, like, feeling.
Nope.
It didn't feel, like, hard.
Curious.
How are you nerfing me, Gethin? What are you doing?
Alright, should we get ready to run when I drop? We know the direction we're going.
Okay.
We're going to get mounted up. And then we
Alright.
just, all of us, charge. Actually, we all hold action to charge forward with a dash at the same time. Moonbeam drops.
Yep. Okay.
Not really. Okay.
You start
Boom.
barreling through. You break through the dead corpse of the spider, getting trampled underfoot by your goats, and you start powering through the woods. Can one of you roll me a d20, please?
Oh, God.
Is this goat related? Because if it's the goat related, I would suggest Rambear.
It's not. It's event related.
Okay.
We're gonna have another encounter.
Who wants to do it? Everyone is reluctant. I will do it.
Thank you.
That was a mistake. Rolling nothing but crits today.
That one. I need you all to make me a strength or an athletics or acrobatics check. Actually, I need you all to roll it for your mount, because that is what is moving through.
You,
From now.
yeah.
So the
well,
mount
yours
either
got-
has to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Electo's pretty good. So, like, you'd be better, but Electo's still +4. +4.
Giant
Yeah.
goats have
Mine's got
a
Dex.
strength of +3 and a dex of +0.
So strength it is then.
Battle.
If I get a 20 now,
So what was that?
18 plus 3, I think you said, right?
18 plus 3.
21.
21. Faendal.
+3, 15.
15. Nyah, what does Electo get?
8, because he got a nat 1.
8? No, that's
Okay.
5.
No, because the aura.
It's not a save.
Oh, it's not a save. Yeah, well, 5 then.
In that one. Rambear.
1.
What does Son of Ram get?
Also a 21.
Also 21. Thrungi. I can't remember what your goat's called.
Electro's thrown off by all the goats.
Loopsy!
Floopsy.
What do we add into? I rolled a 12.
But
So
Plus
15.
okay.
21, 21, 15.
You're barreling through, and you suddenly you're just going health leather. You're not navigating. You come across this thick patch of tangled, dying brambles. A couple of the goats just literally leap over them. But Electo is too busy trying to like perceive what's going on and just stumbles straight into it, slowing him down briefly, allowing a couple more spiders to come chittering down from nearby trees and take shots at you with their webbing.
The goats are sure-footed, so have advantage on strength and saving throws. Fuck.
Also, it was Electo that failed. The rest of
Oh, it was Electo.
goats succeeded.
Oh, Electo.
What is Electo's armor class?
Electos.
Yep.
Elector, the flying creature, got stuck in brambles.
Again, not high, tangled forest.
Well, but can I redirect it to be to me?
Yeah, you can. So it comes in and webbing gets all over you, and you're restrained on
No,
Electo.
No,
But
she's
obviously it then just kind of fades off you, and you keep on powering through. I need someone else that's not Chris to roll a d20 for me.
Can I nominate?
Yeah, go on.
Let's do that. I nominate Stephen.
Steven, roll me a d20.
Right.
Oh, good luck. Stephen gets good luck.
9.
9.
That's great.
Coming up ahead, you see like these two leaning over trees that have like, you see like at the bottom their trunks have like fallen away and decayed, causing them to like cascade inwards. You have no chance to move out of the way. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws with your mounts.
I don't know if can't all be in range of you for this, I don't think.
No, because you're all on large creatures, so movement speed.
This one.
Could this effect knock the goat prone?
No, it will not.
Oh,
Stephen, what does Gordon Ramsay get?
9 plus whatever his dex mod is.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
was done.
You and the goat take 3 points of slashing damage as you go through this wood that seems to have been sharpened to a point and just slashes across you. Faendal, what does Mighty Billy get?
7.
7. The two of you take 9 points of slashing damage each as you go banging through. Electo?
18.
18. Electo kind of sees it coming and just like lowers his head and rolls the barding that he's got on him into it and just deflects off. Son of Ramram?
Sorry, that was a 17 on the dex.
He sees it coming and just like lowers it in, and the horns just find a gap to part the way through, and it like scrapes across your armor, but crucially doesn't catch you in any way. And Poopsie?
I rolled a 17.
17. You just see coming, and you kind of like put yourself in the way, and that like your skin has taken on this like tough leathery state at this point, and just the slashes are just like tiny nicks in you and barely seem to matter to you as you keep powering on. Balthazar and Faendal, 2 more strands of webbing come in to shoot towards you. That is on Balthazar on Balthazar's mount a 15.
That's
And
hits.
7 on the one for Faendal. So suddenly, you look as like he gets through. Suddenly, Balthazar's mount gets caught up in webbing and goes tumbling into the ground and is unable to get up. What do you want to do?
And I cut him free.
Go for it.
What do I need to do?
Make an attack roll for me.
25. with my
25.
daggers.
You cut through the webbing, get the goat back up to mount. At this point, a spider has come down towards you and is going to make a bite attack against you. That is a 17 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. You see it coming in, you just quickly roll onto your shoulder, get back up, and then use your momentum to spring onto your goat that's now got back onto its hooves and start galloping away again. And I need one more d20 roll, please.
I think Stephen should nominate.
Nominate Thrungi.
Rin, roll me a d20.
14.
14. You see coming up ahead, like a small like ravine that's coming, but your head is on enough of a swivel at this point that you spot it and direct everyone towards the left, and they pull around this ravine. You find a smaller gap where your goats and the Electo can just leap over comfortably, and start galloping off. And before long, suddenly you can see the edge of the forest coming into view. Is there any last thing any of you would like to do? As you can hear spiders kind of approaching on either side, trying to get down towards you.
Is this to avoid spiders or something? These just to
Is there
avoid
anything
spiders.
you would like to do?
Do we hear anything ahead of us?
Roll a perception check.
So close. 23.
23. Up ahead, you can kind of see clear hills that seem to be rising up beyond the forest that you're exiting out of. You can't see anything ahead in there. The only noises you can hear seem to be coming from the forest itself.
No, I don't have anything. I mean, I'll shoot a spider maybe.
Cool. A few of you just loose off kind of easy to cast spells in the heat of battle, just throwing them out. A little bit blindly, you catch bits of trees and shatter them apart. A few spiders get blasted, and one loses a leg, but then keeps coming towards you with 7 legs. Before you break out from the forest, a few bits of twigs and branches go scattering past the goat's horns as it powers through, and you're suddenly thundering up this earth up across the rise and leaving the forest behind. And you are back out in the swirling ash clouds, breathing hard, the lot of you. A few of you showing a couple of slash marks, but otherwise okay. What would you like to do?
Keep going.
Keep going?
We only
Yeah.
had these mounts for an hour, so... Or... We'll double check.
Yeah, I think it's an hour.
It's an hour.
I think it's an hour, yeah.
Cool. You keep pushing onwards. It's becoming colder. No, not colder. Just lack of temperature. Like the concept of heat just has kind of left your ability to sense it. At times, as you're galloping along, you look down, and the goats kind of seem to fade out momentarily before sputtering a little bit and coming back into full corporeal form. Faendal and Balthazar, that pull is stronger, but you are heading in the right direction. I need someone to roll me a survival check. Preferably Faendal or Balthazar,
Well,
as they are your compass.
I am going to nudge Balthazar to the lead.
Okay.
I'll be right behind him. Can
Survival
I give
check.
him help?
Yeah, you can give help.
7.
yeah, let's help him. No, let's help him.
You get help. You get help.
Okay.
You do have advantage.
That's better. 18.
18. You are powering forwards. Rambear, you're kind of taking a look around. Rambear, roll me a survival check, actually. As you're going through.
These are my words, bitch. That's a 23.
23. More importantly, you're not certain. Time has been a little fuzzy, but you've also made good use of spells you know their length of. You are definitely approaching sunset, and that cannot be a coincidence, as things seem to be getting, or powers that be seem to be getting stronger and more influential. With a 23, your best guess is there is less than an hour till sunset.
Oh no.
you go powering on towards, and you're kind of on like this gradual incline, almost like you're heading towards the center of the hills that you know is obviously the kind of peak point of all of the hills. And Balthazar and Faendal heading up and scouting forward, you're hearing the drumbeat in your ears, like the sound of thunderous hooves just in your head, pounding, and then you suddenly twig that that's not in your head. To the left, you can hear the sound of hoofbeats thundering across earth and rock. You see, peering into the ash cloud, sparks of lightning arcing through the fog cloud in the grey haze. You, Faendal especially, peering through. The rest of you start picking up this audio now, and you can make out large horse and mount-like shapes charging towards you as a blood-curdling roar catches upon the wind. As bursting through the fog, cascading towards you, is a troop of armor knights, the demon centaurs that you fought previously, as they come bearing down upon you. You have a quick moment to react. What do you want to do? And then we're rolling initiative.
I am going to pull out one of my scrolls, I think.
Go for it.
I am going to... Less than an hour till sunset, you say?
Yep.
I think it's time for a dragon.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out a scroll, throw it in front of me, summon a sigil, and summon a draconic spirit.
Okay. That happens to start combat. I need you all to roll initiative. I also need you, Chris, to roll me an intelligence check. It is a spell you can cast. That's not what the roll is.
It's not good.
Again, my hand is the worst burning.
Both of them rolls were not good. Yeah, we've not had very good nat 20s this time, have we?
What's the total, Chris?
The intelligence check.
Yeah.
Is there any way I can give myself advantage on it? Don't think so. 14.
14. That is enough. As you're reading it out, and just at times the words on the magical paper just seem to fade at just like a few words before you need to be able to read out what it says, before suddenly it fades back into view just at the right time for you in order to enact the full incantation, and a draconic spirit is summoned. I assume directly in front of them.
Should I roll initiative for it, or will it just do my initiative?
Roll
Oh no, never mind. In combat, the creature shares your initiative.
There we go. 25 to 20.
Oh, 20, 23.
I got 23 as well.
I
We
think
both rolled an at 20.
I think Balthazar's got a higher dex.
Nope, they're the same.
Oh, okay.
Just
Roll
looked.
off.
No, they'll be large technically.
18.
Nyah?
I don't know what's horrible.
23.
Roll again, because you rolled equal with Balthazar, so it's just which of you goes first. Meanwhile, 20 to 15?
21.
21. Nyah's going first. 15 to 10.
10. Rambear!
Rambear? It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
But Nyah, you do start as Faendal summons this giant arcane dragon as these demons come bearing down on you. You can now see it now. There's about 4 of them coming towards you.
Okay. I'm gonna guess that there's no obvious way to avoid this fight.
Looking around what you've got, you're in a pretty open terrain area.
Okay.
And they have definitely noticed you, although the dragon is now a distraction.
Do these guys look particularly fiery?
Based on your encounters on them,
Do they have an associated element?
their main thing is lightning. They seem to be lightning charged.
Then I summon a. You do your thing.
I'm gonna yell, we've got to keep going, and I'm going to fly, obviously quite a little bit, so we're gonna fly and let go to one side of the clearing, slightly towards them, but like in the hopes that they'll all like veer towards that way.
Just trying to understand what you're trying to do. So,
Okay, so if we're like,
you're heading like up this slope towards where Balthazar's been leading you. They've come in towards you from this direction.
yeah, so I will veer off slightly towards that way, in the
Towards them,
hopes
yeah?
that they'll follow me
Gotcha.
that way.
So you're trying to be like a decoy.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'll let the centaurs like come at me, I guess.
Any bonus action spells or anything like that you want to do, or action spells because you haven't actually used your action? Balthazar, you're on deck.
No, as my can I swoop in close enough past one of them to attack? That should...
Yeah, go on. Electo's speed will get you there. Won't get you that far away from them, but it'll get you there. You'll still be out of melee range.
26 to hit,
That hits.
and that is 10 plus 5 radiant.
15. Nice.
I will attack again.
Follow through as you hit across its kind of horse-like back, where it's got this serrated tail that tends to lance around.
It's 21 to hit,
Hits.
and it is 15 plus 8 radiant.
Nice. That second hit like leaves a big gash. It like snaps around towards you and it snarls its teeth, and this one definitely kind of pulls away to head after you. Balthazar, what do you want to do?
Is it just that one that pulls away?
I
was gonna say,
like that one.
Can I actively?
aggroed.
Can I hold a ray of frost to see if they do pull away further, or if later in the round, if they
So
come closer, I'll let it off.
Yeah. So if one comes closer towards you, you will let it off.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thrungi.
Thrungi's just going to fire off a bolt.
Which one?
Or
that-
anything damaged?
Yeah, there's the one that Nyah just attacked that has been aggroed. Other than that, none of them.
Then I'm going to poke that one.
Cool.
For 17.
17 just hits.
Right. For 10.
10 points of damage. That, like, you hit it in its side as it's beginning to turn to chase after Nyah, but it seems dead set on the holy paladin, considering it's a demon. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
It's now the Armor Knight's turns. The one that is going after Nyah is going to start, and it is going to just snarl, see you getting away, and it's going to slam its talon serrated hands together, and you just suddenly see this arcing of lightning spreading across them before it thrusts a lance of lightning directly towards you. Can you and Electo make dexterity saving throws for me, please?
Yes. Okay, so my dex saving throw is a dirty 20.
Okay.
And Electo.
Plus 5.
Electo's is 8.
8, but you do have mounted combatant, so he takes half damage even for a failure. So you each take 13 points of lightning damage as this arc of lightning arcs through. You see bits of grey ash turn black in the arc of lightning. I'm going to roll to see if any of the other ones get interested in you. What's your passive intimidation?
My passive intimidation.
So 10 plus your intimidation modifier.
What's your intimidation? Plus 3, so 13.
13.
13. Cool. Another one of them peels off to chase after you. Seeing as you deliberately kind of put distance between you and them, it's also going to unleash another lance of lightning towards you. Can you two make another dexterity saving throw? The other two keep running towards the rest of you. So Balthazar, if you want to unleash a ray of frost on one, and then Faendal, you're going to be on deck after this.
36, 24, 24.
$29 to hit, 13 damage.
Thank you, Stephen. What did you and Electro get?
24 for Electro and 22 for me.
Electro takes nothing because of the feat. You take another 13 points of lightning damage. And the second one, like since you as two more kind of peel away to chase after you. The other two, one of them doesn't get towards you because of Balthazar slowing it down with his Ray of Frost. The other one does get in. Thrungi's the one that was aggressive. It's going to go after Thrungi as it comes in with... initially, its hooves try to slam down on top of your goat's skull with a crit on the goat. So that is going to be... Jesus. 24 points of bludgeoning damage to the giant goat. I don't know the HP of giant goats.
Neither do I.
3d10 plus 9.
Just use average.
No! Roll!
Okay, brilliant, while you do that, the claws and serrated tail come in towards you. Towards Thrungi, that is, specifically.
Cool.
The claws are an 11 to hit. Serrated tail is a 27 to hit.
27 hits.
So you take 16 slashing damage from the tail as it comes around and just whips straight across like your shoulder and upper arm. With a large gash.
My one has 28 plus whatever. Hit.
Jesus.
Whoa!
You rolled really well. I rolled
Yeah.
average.
You got exactly average, I saw.
Okay. It took 25 bludgeoning damage, if I remember correctly.
And it was 3d10 plus 9.
9. Yes.
Cool.
Cool.
One of its horns got broken off by this bludgeoning damage, but the goat is at least still standing.
Oopsie.
Faendal, you're up. And also your Draconic Spirit after you.
Looks like I took.
And your goat if you'd like.
And my goat.
That
God,
is-
I've got all things. I feel like Rambear now. Okay. I'm gonna back away. I'm gonna pull Mighty Billy back a bit. He's not
Do you
quite
want-
as big as the other goats, is he? So
just to be clear with away, there's essentially 3 directions away. Do you want to go away towards your destination?
I want to back away
Okay.
from enemies.
That's fine.
That's the
Like,
back and
because
part.
like away is subjective. Like you could just like keep going the way you're coming because they came in that way, or you could like go
I'm gonna
exactly.
peel off to the side away from them
Yeah.
then.
Got you.
As I pull out my scroll, pull out the scroll, magic circle, out of it comes a rippling blue and bronze dragon with sparks of lightning around it. It's neutral, so it doesn't know whether it's a good or bad creature. The blue and blonde scales sort of ripple down it like a wave
Amazing.
as it comes out and flies above. I am going to direct it to attack. I'm going to say take down the centaurs, and then I guess I will just... Ooh, should I be proper sneaky? Actually, I'm going to... Oh, I can't. Concentration. Got to be careful now. Because the dragon is concentration. So, and all of my spells are concentration. The two that are chasing after Nyah, are they relatively close together?
Relatively so. Depends what you mean by relatively.
Within 40 feet of each other?
Oh yeah.
Can I get another one in 40 feet?
No, because they have peeled off to chase Nyah, and the other two have essentially descended on the main group.
4th level fireball.
4th level fireball. Any changes to
So I have attached the arcane capacity to my staff, so I kind of overload that. The electricity forms around that. I'm going to turn it into. What are the damage types going to do? Force. It's a giant magic missile, like a small mote of light peels off, goes somewhere between them, and it's just this burst, like ripple, sort of like the Tesseract exploding.
Yeah.
And just you know that inception noise of.
The first one gets a 19 on the deck save.
Meets it, beats it.
The second one gets also a 19 on the deck save.
Should have
So
boosted that.
they each take half damage.
96.
Rambear, you're on deck.
Nope, because I got a dragon to go
Oh, that's
first.
correct. Sorry.
34 down to 17.
17 damage each. One of them, like,
And then my
takes
dragon
the brunt.
is gonna-
You see, like, part of its ribcage, like, dented, and it's got a slight lameness to one of its legs.
and then the dragon is going to go for the closer ones. So, what's the arrangement of the two other ones that came?
So one is slightly back from the group. The another one has descended on Thrungi. It's only about
How far are they from each other?
10 feet, 15 feet.
My dragon is going to come next to Thrungi.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to grab the one that's attacking Thrungi with 2 rend attacks,
Okay.
which hit with a.
Your spell attack modifier.
Yeah, I'm just rolling it. D&D Beyond's been a bit slow today. A 25 to hit
That hits.
and a 25 to hit.
2 hits.
2 hits, each does 1d6 plus 9. So 2d6 plus 18. Woo! Delicious.
Tasty.
That's 25 points of damage.
25.
And then-
damage. Jeez.
As part of its multi-attack,
Mm-hmm.
it does that, and then it breathes a cone, like harnesses a bolt of dark electricity that shoots out in a cone, 30 feet, so it should hit both of them. And it's going to be lightning damage, so I assume that their thing, but it's resistant, and I'm resistant to that as well now because of it. So.
So
Next
first one.
hit from them.
First one fails. That is saying it's the one on Thrungi because it's the closest to the dragon. Second one does succeed.
Makes sense. 7 points of lightning.
7.
7.
That feels
It's only 2d6.
okay.
That's because it gets 2 rend attacks first. It gets 2d6 plus 18.
Yeah. Which is again halved because
Resistant.
it's resistant to lightning.
That's that.
Cool. That ends the dragon's turn. Rambear, you're up.
How's the Armor Knight next to Thrungi looking?
It's still pretty healthy. It's taken some hits, but it hasn't had Thrungi wail on it yet. So.
It's true. Yeah. Actually, gonna. No, I'll do a little something to help out. Gonna arc lightning. It's not close to another. It's not within 30 feet of another creature, is it?
Yeah, you can hit both of the Armamites that are relatively close to the group if you want.
Oh, sick.
They are resistant to lightning.
Oh, well, in that case, fuck that. Thank you.
Just seen that they've been shot by lightning and not really bothered.
Yeah.
And we've seen them fight before. They use lightning as their attacks.
Ah.
Nyah, you're on.
I forgot I had that. Nice. Actually, in that case, am I close enough to like just hit one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to run up to the one that Thrungi's fighting or the one that Balthazar hit with ice?
Thrungi's got this, right? Thrungi's got this. We'll go up to the one that Balthazar's just hit with ice. How far away is it?
From you, about 20 feet.
20 feet. Can I charge?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So that would be ram attack. 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Oh. Yes. And then. Oh god. Mm-hmm. 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Can it do a strength saving throw, please?
Succeeds.
Really?
You rolled a 17
Mean.
plus numbers.
Yeah. I'd have liked it if it not succeeded. And then, yeah, so Rambear's going to... I think I can't do this on the same. Yeah. As the bonus action, cast Shillelagh.
Yep.
And bonk it on the head
Bonk.
with the Staff of the Last Sylvan.
Go for it.
Very quickly. So Shillelagh gives it changes it to a +10 weapon. Do I still get +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls?
Yeah,
Rolls,
I'd say so.
Sick. Powerful artifact. 23 to hit.
That hits. Roll the damage.
Five. 1d8. Uh, 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Force damage.
Nice. Takes a bonk. He then turns around to snarl at you. Nyah, you're up. Balthazar on deck.
Okay.
Oh no.
Does Nyah notice how many have followed in her direction? Leave the
Yeah,
rest
you
alone?
can clearly see that 2 have started chasing after you.
Okay. It hasn't really worked to avoid the fight though, has it? Because the others have gone after the others. I'll just try and swoop back around to go after one of the ones.
Yeah,
and
you
then-
got one that's
away.
really badly wounded that you hit previously.
Yeah. Okay. It is a 14 to hit.
That doesn't hit. This one sees you coming and it like brings up its serrated tail to deflect the first attack. The second attack comes in.
What size category are they?
They are large.
I thought so.
That's a nat 20.
Oh,
It's
makes
nat
up for it.
Do you want to do a crit smite?
You've got to do it, even if it's just first level.
Yeah, I'll do first level.
Yeah. Smite that
Okay.
demon.
So, firstly, it is 15 normal and
The initial 2d8, that's the initial natural radiant.
9 radiant.
Okay.
Well,
24.
And then it is
How many strikes? Are they fiends?
Yes, they are.
It would be 3d8, 3 normally, so it's 6 now.
Yeah, we're on 24 damage so far.
26 radiant.
1188.
50 points of damage.
Sadder. One hit.
50 points. You like it deflects your first blow, and you're like, no, and you swing your whole momentum kind of half off Electo, like using his speed to just back swing down, and you cleave straight through this thing, and in an incandescent like explosion, it shatters its body into 2 pieces, and its momentum just carries it off into the dust.
Very crit. You deserve it.
Balthazar?
Can I charge the one that I hit with the Ray of Frost?
Yes,
Presume that
it's
hasn't
got
been
Rambear
hit. Yeah.
bonking it over the
Yeah.
head currently. Yeah, go for it.
Yep, let's have 2 of our spellcasters in melee range.
How do I charge? Is it just +5 to hit?
Yeah, so just use the giant goat. Then it gets extra damage.
13 to hit?
13 doesn't hit. The goat, like, it pulls up at the last moment before hitting home as some animal instinct kicks in. But you still have your turn.
I hit it with a Ray of Frost.
Go for it.
Basic point blank range.
Yeah, we can say you haven't did it on the way in, so you don't have the disadvantage.
29 to hit.
It's
22 cold damage.
It would be doing a lot of damage, but you also see like this thing seems to be shrugging off elemental damage quite well. Thrungi, you've got one staring you in the face.
Cool. I'm going to hit it twice, but my ram's going to go first.
Cool. So it doesn't get the charge, but it still gets to do it. It's just head bonk.
16.
Hits from the ram.
Rough. I don't know what the damage is.
2d4 plus 3.
2d4 plus. For 9.
9 points of damage.
Is it just the one attack it gets?
Yes.
Cool. I'm attacking.
Go for it.
For 23 to hit.
Yep.
And 19 on the die to hit.
Cool, 2 hits.
For 30 in total.
30 in total. Just about still standing. As it's then the Armonite's turn. That one's dead. Does the other one get its lance back? No, but it futilely chases after Nyah, angry at her. That one wastes its turn essentially doing that. The one that is fighting Thrungi also has a dragon on it. So it is going to...
Hold on, before it does anything, it takes
Thank you.
8 points of necrotic.
It's just about still standing.
Son of a bitch.
It is going to hooves and claw Thrungi, and tail is going to slash out at the dragon. Did you reckless, Bryn?
Nope.
Thank you. Dirty 20 on the hooves.
Yeah.
17 on the claws.
Yeah.
Cool. Hooves. 9 bludgeoning damage.
17 on the 17 doesn't hit.
17 doesn't hit. Cool.
No.
So just the hooves.
Yeah.
And then the serrated tail on the dragon, Chris, is a natural 19 plus numbers.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And that's a lot of damage. 22 slashing damage.
Cool.
Rolled quite high. Then there's the one that is currently fighting Balthazar and Rambear. It is going to hooves Balthazar. No, actually, Balthazar, you came with a ray of cross, so you're going to be a bit further back. It's going to do hooves and claws at Rambear and serrated tail at Balthazar. So hooves at Rambear
I'm a cute little bear.
is a 19 at Rambear.
No.
You've got an AC of 20.
Oh no, AC 19. Does it? Oh, meets it, beats it.
Beats it. 13 bludgeoning damage. The claws miss, though, as you bring up the bramble buckler in time as the claws rake down. And then the serrated tail at Balthazar is an 18 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. You see this one coming in. Just don't, like, you bring up the twin knives that you've got and just deflect the serrated tail away. That is their turn. Faendal.
Cool. I would like to turn my ghost around and then charge from the side at the centaur that Thrungi and the dragon are on.
Go for it.
That is going to be a, what is it, +3 to hit?
Yep. +5 to hit, sorry.
+5 to hit. Cool. 3 times to hit. And that one.
That one. The ram comes in and it stumbles slightly before gaining its sure footing, but misses with its attack.
As I was moving in, I will elemental bolt.
Yep.
Is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
How many
Damage.
ones do I roll? Uh, 15 damage, but it is of the type.
on deck.
Necrotic.
Necrotic. It's not resistant to necrotic. Just this blast of like just black. It like blackens its flesh up as it goes through, and you see its bones snap under the decay as it goes tumbling down in front of you, Thrungi. Rambear.
It's no, whoa.
Draconic Spirit.
I have a dragon. Is it dead? It's not dead, is it?
The dragon. It only took 23.
No,
damage.
the centaur in front of the
Oh right,
dragon.
yeah, that one is dead.
It is the one that I just hit it and killed it. Cool. Bolt down. The dragon's gonna like. We're gonna cross over each other like the dragon. So the ram doesn't even like need to attack it. Goes past it. The dragon's gonna fly over me, going towards the one that's with Rambear and Balthazar.
Yep.
It's gonna render it. I'm just gonna roll both its attacks at the same time. 18 and a 17 on the dice.
Both hit.
What did I say? 2d6 plus 18.
Yep.
7 plus 18 again. A 25 again.
25. Still standing.
And then a dex save for the lightning breath.
Succeeds.
8 points halved against 2. I'm going to say it's directly above it, so just this like bolt of lightning straight in through it. Obviously, 2 points of damage, not a lot, but
There is one badly wounded and one chasing after you, Nyah. Nyah, what do you want to do? Oh, sorry, Rambear. Sorry, I had dragon. Rambear, you have the one that's badly wounded in front of you. What do you want to do? Bonk, bonk.
I think it hits. But unfortunately, I've closed everything I needed to see it. Yes, it definitely hits. That's a 26. And then... should have rolled this earlier. Ooh. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 1d6. 15 points of force damage.
You cave in and your swing like breaks its whatever its collarbone like thing is and snaps its neck, and you see its head just go loose and it crashes into the ground. Dead. Nyah, you have one chasing after you.
Yeah, I'll go for that one.
Spin around and just charge towards it with your saber.
And it is 19 to hit.
Hits.
That is.
Are you wanting to do any smites to end this quickly, or do you want to just keep running with what you got? You have
I
a lot of
will-
spell is all I'm saying, and it's a fiend, so you get large damage.
Yeah, I'll do a level 1 smite. So first I'll do a normal damage. So
Yep.
that's a 13 plus plus 5 radiant.
Cool.
And then it is. Is it 3d8?
3d8 if you use a first level spell slot, yeah.
It is 7 radiant.
that's 25 altogether.
Yep.
Half the damage to the last one.
25. That's got it bloodied. It's taken a lot of damage. Second attack.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had a second attack. It is a 29 to hit,
Hits.
and it is 9 plus 6 radiant.
So another 15.
Is the radiant damage doing extra to them?
Radiant's
Or
not
is it-
doing extra, but it's not being reduced by any means either.
Okay.
Balthazar. You see this one chasing after Nyah.
I'm ready to frost it.
Cool. Make an
From a
attack.
distance. Ooh, natural 20.
Roll them numbers.
31.
31, half to 15. It's slowed down as Nyah pulled away from it at this point. Thrungi, do you want to quickly reload a crossbow?
Might as well. 22 to hit.
That hits.
10.
10. It just about stumbles. It realizes it can't get to Nyah, so it turns around towards you, starts charging towards you, and it again clashes its hands together and unleashes an arc of lightning towards you. I'm gonna say, just for coolness, I'm gonna roll. Stephen, odd or even?
Odd.
Odd. Okay. Faendal, odd or even for you?
Oh, sorry. Yes. I'll pick odd.
Odd. Okay, it's gonna hit you, Faendal, in this arc. Can you odd or even for the dragon?
Even.
Even. Hits the dragon as well. Rambear?
We're both resistant.
You're on mute.
Odd.
Odd. Hits Rambear. Thrungi?
Even.
Even. Doesn't hit Thrungi. I need Faendal, the dragon, and Rambear to roll dexterity saves.
What's the minimum damage?
Hmm?
What's the minimum damage?
Why?
Because this isn't the goat, right?
It was not. It's not hitting you. It didn't hit you.
So it's not hitting the goat.
No.
Not your goat, which is wounded. Your goat's fine.
Right. I assumed you were asking who is being hit, you or the goat.
No. Because it's all theory of the mind. It's just the angle of the lance who's getting hit in this clusterfuck that you're all in. Faendal.
Okay. I got a 5.
Okay, Faendal is going to take 27 lightning damage.
Halved. I am resistant because the dragon is a lightning dragon. That is why
Did
I
that
chose a
actually
lightning
do that?
dragon. Shared
Shared
resistance. When you
That's
summon the
dope.
dragon,
Cool, you take 13 lightning damage. The dragon?
Sure. The dragon gets a. I was just checking what it gets. It gets a +2. So
Yep.
the dragon gets a. It's the same as I did. 13.
So that's a fail, but it still takes half, so it takes another 13 damage. It's taking like 38-ish, I think. Rambear,
21.
you
You take
succeed,
5.
so you only take 13 lightning damage. You do
Mike,
have
do I
a
have to
spell
roll
that
for-
can potentially take half that as well if you wanted to.
Do
In the
we
stat.
have to roll for the goats?
Yes.
Can the goats take the same that we did?
Yes, to save. So you failed, the gate doesn't have resistance, so your goat takes 27 Faendal. And Rambear, your goat succeeds, so only takes 13 lightning.
Can I roll for the goat actually?
No, you petitioned and got the answer.
I said,
You
can I?
asked me-
I meant, can the goat take the same damage?
Okay, yeah, it'll take the same damage, fine. Roll for the dex for the goat, that's fine.
Why are the goats
Oh.
taking damage?
Because you're riding them and you got hit by lightning, so it's in the same area.
The goat got a 19, so the
Cool,
goat
so
takes 13.
13 lightning damage.
The goat is alive.
Rambear, did you want to use absorb elements?
13. I'm trying to keep track of so many things at once.
I know what you're doing, Gethin. You're trying to get us to use up all our
I'm
things.
just asking because it's a new item and you may not just
Yeah.
have it in your head. Like, you don't have
I
to.
could have
You
also-
succeeded on the save, so it's halved anyway. So you're only taking 13. I'm just making sure you're aware of it.
I know you are. I think there is something that allows me to take the damage instead of the goat, but why can't I think what it is?
That's the feet mounted companion.
No.
Why did I do dex then?
There's a thing on the staff that would allow the goat to take the damage, not you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No. Okay.
Concentration. It's fine.
Faendal, this thing has barely any hit points left. Do you want to shoot it?
Go send the dragon.
Yeah. I'll tell you
Dragon
what,
goes in.
the dragon's going to do enough damage. Narrate what the dragon does to kill it.
The dragon is going to come in and land on its back, knock it prone, and then bite the head away. Bite the human bit away. Human.
Yeah.
And leave the thing.
Just rends it apart in a like gory display as like arcs of lightning rends it
Arcs.
apart, and just like slightly glasses the ash around it in the absolute unleashed lightning damage as the last Arnamite dies. And we'll take our break there to grab some food and then pick up the last little bits. So yeah, see you in a sec. And we're back as the draconic spirit finishes rampaging the decaying abyssal corpse of the last Arnamite, and Nyah swoops back down on Alecto to join the rest of you. What would you like to do? A few of you are a bit bloody and beaten. One of the goats is quite badly hurt as well.
Onwards.
Hmm.
You're not feeling good, Rambear?
No, I feel okay. Might healing word the ram?
My ram or your ram?
No, Thrungi's.
Thrungi's. My ram is also looking fairly fragile. 3 health.
Hmm.
But I mean, if all it needs to do is get us to where we need to be.
I only have them for an hour, so I guess
Mm.
we'll move on.
We had healing to spare, I'd say the ram and the dragon, but we don't
How long
have
does the
healing.
dragon last?
An hour as well. So the dragon
Nice.
lasts as long as the rams. It's also looking pretty rough, but
I would definitely allow it. It is also weird to me, the concept of healing something that's essentially a spectral dragon. Yeah.
Can I healing word the dragon?
you don't have to, because I mean it's disposable. Pretty rude thing to think. It's not conscious though.
That
Gonna
reminds,
healing word the dragon anyway.
that reminds me,
Okay.
Faendal, can you roll me an intelligence check, please?
10 points of healing.
I love that it says healing word damage.
Computer coding.
I mean, I would prefer the healing to the dragon, but okay. 22.
22. You're maintaining the spell perfectly fine.
The dragon gains 10, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
We're all still astride our rounds. Shall we? And your horse. Your horse is currently being encircled by a little draconic spirit. Blue and bronze. It's not little, it's large, but it's rideable. It's about horse size.
Why aren't you riding your draconic spirit?
I'm not going to ride the Draconic Spirit.
For my own sake,
I
does
like
this
them
dragon
to-
have wings? Because for some reason I've been imagining it like a Chinese dragon, and I don't
Okay,
know
I'm not
why.
the only one then. Thank God.
I don't
I've
know
been
why my
imagining
brain's gone there, but I've gone
It
like
has
it's
a
just
fly-
coiling.
It has a fly speed.
Yeah,
but
Chinese
you
dragons
know
can
what?
fly.
You know what? Sure, yeah, sure. They'll be like Serpentine.
Yeah, I don't
They're
know
very
why
thin
my head
and-
went there.
You know, maybe because it's a Faendal summon, and Faendal's quite thin and
I don't know
wiry.
if that's it. I think it's the spell itself.
Yeah, it's a spirit rather than just a dragon.
Yeah, I think it's the spirit element. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel very Western
Yeah,
mythology.
It's a
No.
blue, like snake, like serpentine, sort of coiling itself around Electro.
What do I know about Eastern mythology anyway?
I've just been imagining it as like a naked guy with a dragon head. Like a really oversized dragon head. Stumbling around the field. No, it's his head.
Have you ever played or seen a Total Battle Simulator? And the dragon guys in that, where it's like 6 guys holding up sticks with a dragon on top that breathes fire. That's what it is now. Sorry.
Shall we move onwards? Up.
Can I get a survival check from one of the tainted people?
So, do you want to keep doing it? Or do you want me to take over for one of them?
Fuck it, I'll keep doing it.
Advantage, I can help you. You are better than me at it.
Natural 20 for 25.
You make excellent speed. You use the strong pull, which definitely just seems at points just to suddenly wave just a little stronger. There's moments where it like gradually creeps up on you, and then at times where there seems to be a sudden spike in intensity. But you use the goat's natural sure-footedness to navigate through, and you're climbing, and you're still climbing until beginning to reach the top of this ridge, and you've got no real sight of what's beyond it due to the angle that you're climbing. Since Balthazar is leading us, Balthazar, can you roll me a perception check, please?
17.
17. As you continue walking like up to the edge of this ridge, you can just about kind of make out that what is beyond this, there's like an ominous element of shadow towards the center. Very clearly where you're heading towards. But something about that view feels a little off. Like there's a subtle distortion in the air. Like you'd call it a heat haze, but it's definitely not hot enough here to be any kind of heat haze.
Think we just gotta keep going.
You get a little closer, and you realise like that. You can see like ash like being blown up the slope that you're on, and it hits something and then just kind of crests like a wave and falls back down. Like there is a invisible barrier blocking your path forward.
It feels like a magical barrier. Can we see like how far it goes, like the edges to it?
Roll a perception
I'm
check as well.
assuming it's just flat in front of us.
How close are you getting to it?
Basically right up to the edge.
Okay.
Rolled a 13.
13. I mean, it's an invisible barrier. It's kind of hard to tell how far it goes. But from what you can see, getting up close to it, as I said, there's a slight distortion, and it's like faintly frosted glass almost trying to peer through to see what's on the other side. So you can't make out details beyond, but it definitely seems to slope back down almost into a flat land that goes out beyond. And the kind of dark central spot you saw in the clouds is very much at the center of this. In terms of like how far, you can't really tell how far it goes, but it, like feeling away along a little bit and all the way back, like it does seem to be pretty extensive.
Can I just pull out my quarterstaff and poke it?
Yeah, sure.
See if it goes through.
You kind of do that. Roll me a strength check. 12. It feels quite solid. There's a faint like ripple of magical energy upon being hit, like slightly like iridescent, like oil and water kind of thing, but doesn't really do much. The rest of you have all kind of caught up with him at this point and are seeing this.
Any ideas from magical barrier? Because I got nothing at the minute.
I'm pretty sure it's pointless asking me. I'll just hit it.
I mean, I already tried that. I already tried that. And it just bounced off.
Is it similar to the one that the twins had before?
Roll me an Arcana check.
30.
30.
Oh, only a 30.
Only a 30. It shares a lot of design and concept to something like a Wall of Force. It definitely is. Well, yeah, with that, you also will get an element of perception of it. It is significantly bigger and more substantial. With that check, I'd say you're up and touching it a little bit. It is not a literature on spells, especially established spells like Wall of Force is well versed, and you would know it. It is not a direct mirror of the spell. It is, much like you've done, a manipulation of it, a derivative of it, and so it may not necessarily behave to the same intrinsic rules that a Wall of Force otherwise would.
Right. Now, normally, you can't do this with a Wall of Force. Can't spell. You're pretty stuck unless you're really powerful. Should I see if I can dispel it? But that risks losing quite high. That's high level magic for me to use. But
I don't really know what else we can do.
Oh no. We're face to face with a locked door.
can we just walk through it?
Face to face
I
with
don't
a
think
locked
you
door
can.
that a crowbar can't open.
How
We
dare
haven't
you?
tried. No,
Oh,
you got
what, yeah, the
crowbar.
edge. What's up with the edge? Can we like
We
tunnel
never
around the edge?
encountered the crowbar. No, use the crowbar on it.
Can I try the crow?
If you want, roll a strength check.
Nat 20.
No, that's a 10.
You swear you feel it like give slightly, but you may just be trying to convince yourself that you didn't just try to force your way through a magical barrier with a crowbar.
Can I just direct mighty ability to try and walk through it calmly? It's a lot. It might not even be locked.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Can Mighty Billy roll me a strength saving throw?
He's not trying to push through it. He's just trying to walk through
Oh.
it calmly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. If this kills my Billy.
Pre-shrink.
23. 23, 22.
Cool. He takes 2 points of force damage. You see him start to like fizzle and like fade out, trying to force his way through, and he is pushing. You can see like he's beyond where you thought the barrier was. Like if you looked at it like level, like he's a little past, and like he's very clearly having to push through. Do you want him to continue?
Oh.
He stops.
Mighty Billy backs up because he is very much fading from existence and looks like he's about to drop. Two. Oh my god, 2 damage. It looks like it's passable, but it's difficult to pass. Billy looks injured from it. But it looks like we could force our way through it. It's definitely more flexible than Wall of Force. It has give.
Will it hurt her?
Almost certainly.
I can fly over it.
Remember, the winds are so high up there.
Yeah.
Don't risk it. Alright.
If we can force it through it, how are we going to get all of us through it? Is the question. Dumb idea. What happens if we turn into fart clouds?
Can't do it. I got asked this
Ah.
last session, but it says nothing can pass through it, and I suspect even a fart cloud counts as a thing. Although maybe not. Gethin, does a fart cloud count as a... Gethin, what is a...
Probably counts as a thing.
Do you cast
fair.
Wind Walk and try?
No, I haven't got it prepared.
Then what's the point in asking?
I want to know.
Can you
You have
miss
no
this?
way of finding out.
My childlike curiosity.
Can you Misty Step through it? Well, only one of us can Misty Step. I'm not wasting teleportation on it. Shall I just pop it? If I can.
How are we going to pop it?
Dispel it.
I mean, you can try. I don't think it's going to work. Because you
That's
can't
not
dispel
work.
a wall of force.
You can't, but this isn't a wall of force.
It's a
It's
force
related.
wall.
Yeah. If I cast like enhance ability, can that help you in any way? What is dispel magic? Is a...
Gives me advantage on the intelligence check if I only make it a 3rd level. I was going to do 5th level because Wall of Force is 5th level, but I don't know if it'll be the same thing. So I think I'm just going to do 3rd level rather than wasting the higher level spell slot. No, I won't. I'll do 5th level because it charges up my arcane capacitor.
Keep an eye on those. After 10, it's going to hit. Let's face
I
it,
got
probably
1
Nyah.
currently. I'm going to make it 3. Alright. I'll get off Mighty Billy, send him back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Press my staff into it, much like Gandalf on the door of Moria.
Mm-hmm.
And through the arcane capacitor, channel some dispelling magic. Do you want to enhance ability me, or do you want to save that?
Nah, it's we'll go for it.
You gonna enhance ability me?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 5th level dispel magic.
5th level. Please roll me an intelligence check.
Should have just done a 3rd. There's no point. You should get a bonus to the roll if you
I usually take it into account.
Okay. Give me a sec. D&D Beyond just crashed.
Yeah.
You do have advantage.
D&D Beyond just crashed, so I'm gonna roll just like. Can I roll a real dice?
When was the last
Oh,
time you
there
did
I
that?
You have real dice.
Fancy new metal real dice. I think I've got them.
Oh, yeah.
Not the end dice.
Oh, I remember seeing these. Yeah, these are dope.
They're very heavy.
Super heavy. And they are cold. Oh, it's real dice. The advantage. 16 plus 6, 22.
22. You send a pulse through. You take 3 points of force damage as there is a backlash of magic that channels back through the staff into you, but you push through. And a sliver of a crack appears in this barrier. You begin to force the staff through, and it widens and widens ever so slightly before a section with your high perception of this wall seems to blink out. You can still see it kind of shimmering off to the sides, maybe a couple of feet from you, either side, but it seems to have worked.
Quick. Through. I don't know how long this will last.
I'm gonna run through.
There is a space.
I go through.
I'll press the digitation a quick, like, cloud around the outside of it to highlight the doorway. So
I
no
would
one
like
just
you
runs
all
in.
to roll an initiative check.
Oh. I'm down to real dice.
Still, yeah, it's still
Yeah, I think
crashed.
It's
Wow.
completely crashed. Is it some? Are you having the same issue? Anna?
Yep.
Working for me.
Keep saying that they rolled a nat 1 on their API.
Mm. Heading to town to visit the blacksmith for repairs.
Character
Adorable.
app does seem down. The website itself seems to be up, but the app
The
seems to
website's
be down.
okay.
Yeah. Sarah's is still working.
Don't refresh.
Oh, got it.
Because I'm lucky because I've got I've got a VTT app that runs off D&D Beyond, so it still rolls for me if I click it. It just doesn't do dice.
Oh, sick.
That damn physics engine.
We'll wait for Stephen to get back.
Yeah, both are down. Can't load my character.
Is the app down as well?
Mm.
On the phone?
Yeah. All right.
No.
This is
It's a
very-
good thing we don't have combat because that would be very tricky without my.
I mean, I remember a lot of my stuff.
It's marking off the spells and remembering how many I have because I've used quite a lot today.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be in the TTRPG news space for a week. All the grognards going, see, this is why you have physical sheets.
Yeah.
I do have all of your character sheets downloaded as PDFs to do that.
Where are you going instead?
Yeah.
Stephen, what did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
A 4. Faendal, what did you roll?
I got a nat 1, but it's a 7.
Okay.
But if Balthazar wants to go first, I can take the nat 1, let him go first.
Nyah, what did you get?
10.
Rambear
That was an 11 total.
and Thrungi.
18.
18. Nyah, Rambear, and Thrungi, you kick your mounts into gear quickly following Faendal's command and bolt through this gap that he's made. Balthazar, in your role as group protector almost, or guide, you make sure everyone kind of gets through before you react. You're too busy thinking about that darkness inside you, and Faendal, you feel it too. With this collapsing of the wall, there is a wave which momentarily gives you pause, and as you go to run through, suddenly boom, you both hit a solid wall. of magical force, and you're stuck on the outside, and you each take 1 point of force damage.
All of us.
No,
3 of you
you
made
have.
it through, 2 of you have not.
What happens to the goats?
The goats also take 1 point of force damage that Faendal and
Right.
Balthazar are on.
No,
My
our
goat-
goats.
Your goats are fine.
My goat, I didn't get back on my goat. I would have.
Okay,
Allowed
yeah,
my-
yeah, that's fair. You weren't on your goat. That's fair. Your goat hasn't taken that point of force damage. You have though.
Because that would kill that goat.
Poor goat.
I think I'm on 55. And we're on the outside again.
You and Balthazar.
I don't suppose you could do that again. Can you?
I could try. That's
That was
very taxing.
an expensive spell slot.
Is there anything in here? Now we're on the other side. Or can we hear them? Can we still talk to them?
You can see them. You can't hear them.
Can't vortex walk myself, can I?
Nope.
No, that's just Misty Step at that point, isn't it?
Vortex work Balthazar.
Yeah, I know, but then what's the point? Where am I? I'm stuck. I guess I'll try
I never get
again.
to my character sheet to see if I can do anything.
Shift Earth.
Crit tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should actually get it up. So this wall, this force wall in front of us, it's got like ends, right? It ends somewhere.
I'll just do it again.
Do you want to try Earth Shift or whatever? Is this just the cantrip?
No.
No, it's from the staff.
From the
Oh,
staff,
the staff's feature.
Hmm.
the
Okay,
move.
give me a second.
I don't think you can do it downwards, can you?
Yeah, sort of thinking maybe around the edge of the barrier if it goes into the ground. Great escape style.
Could certainly try. It's not designed to work like that. You would need to carve out a tunnel.
Boo. I did have a... I don't think I have it loaded.
I'll just try again. I'll puff and I'll sigh and I'll press my staff back into it. And it'll just...
I did just realise something though. Your question about what happened to the goats are all gone. Enhanced ability is a concentration spell. And so
Oh shit, you're right.
Other animals.
Yeah,
So
you're
Chris,
right.
don't worry,
Sorry.
you didn't kill your goat. Or you can't kill your goat.
I did.
now. It would have disappeared when you cast the spell magic.
Fair enough. I will...
You're fading in and out, sorry. I was missing what you were saying.
Alright. I will do another. Is that better?
I think it just got caught up in your blanket.
Yeah. I will do another Dispel Magic, only 3rd level this time.
Okay. Roll me an intelligence check with advantage. Balthazar is on your side if Balthazar wants to do anything.
11
Can I do guidance for this?
Yeah, you can. It's a skill check.
Give me a guidance, go on.
Yeah, I can give you guidance. I
Sorry,
didn't think I
there's
could.
no
I
such
thought
thing
because
as
it
a
was
skill
a
check. It's an ability check. But yes.
casting a spell.
Actually,
27.
Balthazar, can you roll me a wisdom check?
It's a nat 20.
It's a nat 20. plus 6
Plus
Plus
only 1.
plus an 8 plus a d4.
Plus 1. So
Plus 1.
27.
27. You now know how this thing is going to behave, and it's a push through. Again, it is resistant to you, but you figured out how to take it down, and you do it again, and this time there's no hesitation. You know what's going to happen if you don't run through, and the two of you are waiting, and the moment you step across, there's a second, maybe 2, before behind your back, and it like slightly pushes you forwards as it seals back up.
Not good. I hope there's no more of them about.
The air is still now. With the barrier still behind you, the tumultuous winds outside are but a distant memory. Your heavy breathing from the stress of what just happened is almost an affront to the empty silence that you've just entered. Looking back over the ridge, the hills beyond the barricade you passed through almost look like a different world. All of you can hear your heartbeat echoing in your ears. The phrase "quiet as the grave" does not do this justice. Rambear, Faendal, Thrungi, all of you can hear a faint staccato on-off hum originating from your magical items that you never knew was there until this pervasive silence existed. There is no temperature. There is no time. The seconds seem to stand still. In the short distance ahead of you, no more than a mile away, you can see 6 large black stone menhirs that seem to rise from the otherwise flat and featureless landscape. Scattered throughout, you can see the bulbous shapes of void spiders patrolling like guard dogs around their master's halls. And wisps of void black tendrils swirl in the sky above these stones before coiling, reaching down to the lifeless earth. It's very close now. Can everyone please make a Constitution saving throw?
I'm assuming they're all quite near me.
Balthazar?
18.
You're okay. Faendal?
15.
You're okay. Nyah?
13.
You're okay. Rambear?
15.
You're okay. And Thrungi?
I rolled a 1,
For a total
but I get
of?
to 14.
On a con save?
With Nyah around, he gets plus 13 to con save, yeah?
What? I mean, fair, but Jesus.
No, that's... Can't roll a nat 1 on saving throws.
Fair.
You all are so aware that the air here is thick with that entropic energy. But through your own resiliency, your own touch of that power, or just the protective aura of your paladin, you all manage to stave it off. The end awaits you. What do you want to do?
are you all feeling? Do any of you need to help with any injuries?
I have some. I am a bit bruised and battered.
Okay, I'll give you. I'll give you 15 lay on hands.
Dingy.
Faendal, do
Yeah?
you mind rolling me 2 concentration checks?
For
You've
what?
taken bits and pieces of damage here and
Already
there.
did them. Already did them. Rolled a 10 and a 16.
Thank you very much.
Have you added your 15?
Yeah, I can't do it on there because I've got my phone. Injured. Anyone else injured?
Thrungi's taken a few hits, but
Now would be the time to drink potions, to be fair.
are we that close?
We can see him. All we can see is he's over there in that black circle. I would imagine. There's still enemies in the way, but I think this is our last moment of respite.
Do we have any potions?
I have two. I have.
Rambear has, just because I can't tell you what Faendal has, I'm afraid. I've refreshed his character sheet and lost it.
A greater and a normal.
Rambear has a potion of greater healing. And a potion of and 2 potions. 1 potion of healing? You got some which are just quantity 0, so it's
Yeah, 0. Yeah.
Just crashed.
You also have a potion of heroism, Rambear. No, that's a
Do
0
I?
as well.
No, that's a 0.
Go on, Discord.
Oh bollocks! I've just
Thrungi-
lost my D&D Beyond.
My D&D as
Oh
well.
no.
I'm clinging onto mine still.
You'd healed 8.
Thrungi, you have a potion of heroism.
Yes, I also have the oil of slipperiness.
You also
You do
have
have
the
the oil of
elixir
slipperiness.
of health and a potion of vitality.
I know.
Who has the blood?
And 2 normal potions
Oh,
of healing.
Zenedis' blood.
88, I think.
Is that Balthazar who has it?
Nyah has potions of necrotic
what's that?
resistance.
How long do potions of resistance last?
It's either an hour or 10 minutes. Give me a second. 1 hour.
I have potion of cold resistance. I have a potion of greater healing, a potion of lesser healing, and a potion of replenishment.
And I have a
you
potion of water breathing.
Balthazar, you
I
have
can
a
tell it's gonna
potion
be very
of
useful.
heroism.
Yep.
And that's it.
How much does a replenishment heal? Is that just a level 1?
2 level 1, 2
2 spell slots.
2 levels.
2 spell levels.
2 spell levels.
We can do.
I don't
level
have that
2 or 3
spent.
level 1s.
I don't have that spent. Rambear, do you need that? Or Nyah?
I would love it.
Okay,
Or
Rambear.
Nyah, yeah. Or
Nyah?
Nyah.
Because you used some smites, didn't you? Do you on the Mac?
I used 2, but
Rambear, what are you missing? Moonbeam.
If memory serves.
You cast a
Yeah,
moonbeam.
so I've lost all of my level 2 slots and 2 level 3s and 1
Oh
level 1.
yeah,
You-
Rambear,
you-
you have it. You have it.
I have all my high level ones. But... Alright, I will add that to my notes.
It's healing words.
Yeah, exactly.
Smites plus healing words.
So
Do you
2
gain-
levels of spells.
You gain a level 2. I'm probably going to drink a potion of healing. I think I've got. What would I be up to? Yeah, I've got a greater healing. If Thrungi wants that, even if it's just to keep for an emergency bonus action heal,
Yeah.
you just grab a potion of greater healing. And I don't know if you want to chug a cold as well.
I can do, yeah.
Cold resistance to you.
The Thrungi's
Combining
got
potions.
cold
Items.
resist. Did you say you were taking cold resist as well, Faendal?
You've got 2 potions of necrotic resistance. I only have the one, so I've given it to.
Okay. So Thrungi's
Thrungi.
got cold resistance.
You're already resistant to necrotic. Yeah, I
Am
think. Does your sword not give you that?
I think it does.
I know. Maybe you take that then.
Yeah, I will
I think it won to someone else.
take potion. Does that make me half damage?
Half damage from necrotic. Thrungi's already got that.
Okay, who else would like resistance to necrotic damage? Gonna wave it around.
I'd love to take half damage. But other people get hit more.
My
What?
assumption is that it doesn't stack on top of my rage.
You're already resistant to necrotic because of your tattoo, isn't it?
Oh, is it necrotic? Sorry, I didn't hear.
So Thrungi's resistant to all sorts.
Not everything.
Not
I got-
fire at the minute.
No, I am fire
Oh,
because
of
I'm because I don't have the thing anymore.
Yeah. Got fire back.
I'll take the necrotic resistant.
Okay, I will have it.
Which means you can dump a fireball on my head and I won't be mad.
An hour. So, do you want to write down? I'll write down for Nyah as well.
What's
I-
Balthazar's movement?
40 feet.
What's Thrungi's movement?
35?
Rambear is gonna waste the potion they were just given and cast Long Strider on both of them. So for the next hour, they each have 10 foot extra of movement.
And Thrungi now has freedom of movement as well from his oil.
So you take the time applying that as well. Takes a minute to apply that, I believe.
Something like that.
10 minutes. You okay taking 10 minutes?
Is it something Thrungi can do as they walk?
You'd have to walk slower to properly do it. But that can be applied.
Use it or lose it at this point, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking to use it or lose it some stuff. As we go forward, we could probably use thunderstones to distract enemies away from us. Maybe you could. Oh, you can't pass that traces if you just long strided them, can you?
Long stride is not concentration.
Is it not?
Nope.
If we're gonna
try and avoid the scouts, and we could.
If we're gonna scout, I think I still have be gone uses. But
How many uses? Because
Man, that is a callback item.
Rambear could do that
I
as well.
think that is your last use of it. I think it
Still
came
got
with 3 and you've used 2.
No, oh yeah, it doesn't give you used.
Oh,
You've
okay.
definitely
It'd be
used
great.
2.
It'd be great if you could have 2 of them.
Yeah. How long does each use last?
If it's not written in, because I didn't create it very well originally, probably an hour.
If you can get 2 uses out of it, you and Rambear could both.
It says for the next 10 minutes, but I think that's a bit
Sheets
short.
are back. Sheets are
Most
back.
potions are an hour. I'm happy to run it with an hour, but the time can be gone.
In that case, I will use my last time to be gone. If we're gonna stealth, we're gonna stealth. We don't be sneaky about this. I've been saving those guys to like not clank about.
So yeah, I have cold resistance used. Greater heal. Thrungi's going to take my greater healing.
Okay.
I am going to drink my normal healing. I am out of potions. Eight. Oof, nice. Don't suppose you can give me 1 more point of healing?
Yeah, I think so.
Just for my own satisfaction. I'm taking necrotic resistance. Remember as well, you can actually put your resistances on D&D Beyond.
I have written them down just in case people forget, but great idea.
If you go on defences, you can click on
It's back
defences.
up, by the way.
Yeah, Chris did
Oh,
say.
sick.
So
And
Nyah,
with that,
you
Thrungi
go
and
up and
Balthazar
click
can
on
also edit
defences.
their walking speeds as well.
You can click customize.
I've got resistance to
not
cold,
resistance.
don't I?
Correct.
Yeah, necrotic. Oh, I currently am resistant to lightning as well.
Well, the dragon's still up, yeah.
Don't think that'll last long, but incense is still working. We're not out of an hour yet, are we? Oh, it's 8 hours, isn't it? It's 8 hours.
8 hours. I was going to say an hour, definitely.
We're out of it, yeah.
You want to do aid?
5 HP. It's not.
You can upcast it.
Okay.
Do we
Third
want
level-
to pass without
Third level
trace?
is a +10.
Okay. Yeah.
You've never used it. Might as well use it now.
I will cast aid at 3rd level.
Which increases our max HP by 10.
To 3 creatures.
Is that what it says?
Choose
No.
up to
I-
3 creatures within range.
No, because when it's at 3rd level.
No, it just increases the amount. It just increases the amount, not the amount of people. Oh, so choose 3 people. Probably you, Thrungi, and then one of the. It carries for more with Thrungi because he's resistant to so many things. That 10 becomes practically a 20.
Okay. Thrungi, myself, and who Rambear, Faendal, Balthazar, which of you need it the most?
Them 2 are healers.
Which do you like the most?
An important question. Hero's Feast hasn't ended, has it?
Not yet. 24 hours, baby.
Which means you can't stack
Yes, you
max.
can. It's
You
not
can.
temporary hit points. It's max hit point increase.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
cool.
Does
flip
stack.
to
Which
Balthazar.
puts me on Geth 256.
Oh,
We've broke the
Are you-
barrier.
Are you
Did
at
it.
full health?
Yeah, I've taken a few things and I'm up to full health.
That adds 10 HP to your maximum, and it gives you 10 HP now. Like,
Yep.
So
And that's before I have any 10 pennies. Okay.
I've already got my armor. Is there anything I can do? I don't think so.
Which I've also got. So Gethin, I'm on 266 because I'm now on the
That's so
yeah.
good. That's
before I rage. So
challenge.
500 plus once I rage.
Final combat notes. If in doubt, hit Thrungi.
If it's gonna stab or if it's non-magical, hit Thrungi.
It's a shame we don't have time for you guys to take more of the incense.
what does the incense do?
Uh,
Is it selective?
Yes, it's an 8-hour effect.
Yeah.
You haven't been walking for more than 8 hours.
although one of the things is the temp HP. And we're not an hour away, are we, walking? It
You
doesn't say on
are
a short rest.
at best a mile away.
Generally speaking, them 2 could have been smoking it while we were walking.
What does my incense do again?
And that's why I said I was putting on the oil as we walked, because yes, we'll walk slower, but we're moving rather than standing still.
So, Thrungi, you've taken my potion, haven't you?
Yep.
Great
So
potion.
now, currently, before raging, resistant to 4 things.
You've got my greater potion spare. My healing.
I'll add it in now as a spare.
Add a greater potion of healing.
Yeah.
And I'm done. I've got incense on me. Don't know if that's
What
gonna be
does your incense give to me again?
You have advantage in all mental saving throws. So charisma, wisdom, and intelligence.
Yeah, we've got down Faendal and Balthazar have Fortitude, Nyah and Thrungi have Erudition.
Other way around. Oh no, yeah, no, Thrungi's not done. I don't think Thrungi smoked it. Did he?
Thrungi did.
I did.
It's what got written down. He did Erudition. He has advantage on saves because you were worried about him potentially getting mind control.
So it's just Rambear that's missing now.
Yeah, they were too busy helping Zenedis.
You got a cool stick.
You got a cool stick.
That stick.
We try smoke it now, but I don't think we've got an hour.
Something to smell
Bare
in an
lungs.
otherwise dead landscape.
Uh,
Do you head off? Is there anything
Not
else you want to do?
I have nothing. I mean, technically speaking, you can cast it twice. No, you can't. You won't be able to stack it on people. That's the only thing.
That's correct. You can't gain from the same benefit.
Do you have anything else that doesn't have a time component?
Aid's time component is 8 hours. Cast is an action.
Anything else that's not concentration? You could send. I don't know if it'd work, but you could try and sending to the people. Oh, your sending only works. You could send. You could try sending to her. See if she's on the way with them, but I don't know if. You know, to your elf woman.
Well, she left. I don't know where she went. So.
That's the thing. I don't know. So you can spell slots, or you could save it to probably. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think the channel dividend is probably going to be the.
Thrungi's taking his time to get oiled up properly. I just realised.
I think
Getting real peck definition.
you do this one.
Yeah, but that's the last 1 minute that we're going to be there within.
Yeah, no, don't do it now. When you see him, bonus action.
It's not.
This one's a bonus action. You would do this one, not the other one.
Are you ready to head off? Sounds like you're debating stuff for the actual fight at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick plan note, I think, is that are we going to pass without trace, potentially? And then what I reckon is we can chuck some thunderstones to try and create distractions away from us. If the strong people throw thunderstones in opposite directions, the spiders and stuff might part enough for us to like get through cleanly.
Okay. In that case, can I get... Going to do this slightly backwards. Can I get the strength checks from those who are hucking thunderstones? The success on this will determine whether it's what the level of age you're getting on stealth checks.
I'm saying that Thrungi and Nyah are going to chuck some stones.
Sure.
Each
I
of you
think
make a strength
Thrungi
check
has.
for me.
Does Thrungi have one already?
Thrungi has a couple, yeah.
You can steal mine. I have thunderstones.
How many do you want to throw each? Is it like
I'll-
regular intervals or just one?
I'm going to throw one for now and save
throw-
for later.
One first, yeah.
No, but
So I rolled a 29.
Just the
a strength check.
Oh, sorry, no, a 24.
24, thank you. And Nyah?
30-20.
Dirty 20. Sound gets... the sound almost sounds muffled here, but you see spiders go skittering off. Can you all make stealth checks with advantage with the +10?
Answers out. Does
All
Nyah...
19s.
Because Nyah did Clank be gone, which gets rid of her disadvantage, does she still get the advantage now?
Yeah, the advantage is like essentially disadvantage on their perception to notice you. Balthazar.
Yeah.
Oh, double check how much Clank be gone you've got. See if
7.
Rambear could have had it. Go into your inventory.
No, I had 3.
Oh.
She had 3, but she had 3 originally, and I know she's used some. So, Balthazar, sorry, what was that?
27.
27. Faendal
21.
with +10.
Yeah, I rolled a 10. So I got an 11 plus 10.
Nyah
27.
27. Rambear
31.
Should I roll for the dragon?
yes. Thrungi
32.
and dragon.
I'm assuming that the dragon is
flying above us. Or a 24.
24. The spiders are well distracted, and you manage to not draw attention to yourselves, and you start to get close. And there's a heavy weight that's resting on all of you. The anticipation, the adrenaline is starting to hit your system, mixed with intense fear. You can feel your heartbeat pounding in your chest. Everything has drawn to this point, like a silent, invisible drain, pulling the world down and down into the abyss. The soft ashen sand beneath your feet begins to shift, slowly, soft flow draining in towards the dark ritual site, only a few thousand feet or so from you at this point. And down, and down. Can everyone roll perception checks for me, please?
No.
Did anyone roll above 15?
No one. Oh, few.
Thrungi. Thrungi. You don't know what it is, but this shifting is unnatural. It reminds you of the beginning of a rock slide, but made of soft earth, as suddenly the speed accelerates in the sand. The surface softens and begins to pull at your ankles, and you begin to get dragged down into the earth. A ravine of pouring ash reveals itself in front of you. So it's faster and faster, down, the ash falls and pulls you with it. What do you want to do? Thrungi, you're the only one who's alert to this, so you're not surprised.
Quicksand. Hold on.
It's like
The sand is pulling downwards, and Thrungi, you see as ahead as it seems to be pulling downwards into this ravine, while the other side of this ravine seems to be increasing in size and pulling away into the sky.
Guys, we're gonna move. And he just starts.
You start running down into the ravine.
In the direction that we were still heading.
So you're here. This is now a downward slope into depth. And you're proposing running into it right now.
So basically, the ground beneath us has given way.
And doing
Yeah.
this. And
The
the ground
ground
ahead of
that we
you
were
is now
in
doing
for.
that.
Which direction were we heading?
This gap.
Oh,
As in, the path that we were, imagine that the path that we were on was like a bridge, and the bridge is like going downwards now.
he's gone on leaping. He's literally sprinting and jumping and throwing the axe as a hook.
Okay, make me an athletics check for me.
And he's going to go into a rage as he runs.
Okay.
Because I get advantage then. For an 18 plus 10, 28.
Your jump would not clear this distance, but the chain rings out and slams into something on the opposite side of the arena and manages to somehow bed into it, and then starts getting cascaded in this soft earth and ash. And you swing down, cling onto the axe, and manage to hold on. The rest of you, I need you all to make strength saving throws.
It's not a negative anymore. Oh, phew. Got so close from that one.
Balthazar.
9.
9. Nyah.
21.
21. Rambear.
Do we get anything being close to Nyah?
That's 3.
Okay. And in that case, it's 17.
17. Faendal.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Three of you manage to, hold yourself up against the flow, but you're slowly getting dragged down. Meanwhile, Balthazar loses his footing and starts to rapidly descend into the ravine, being dragged along. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna
Can I
shout,
cast
Drake.
a spell?
Oh, sorry. Is he gonna?
Can I cast a spell?
Yeah?
I'd like to cast Starlight Barrier underneath me.
A barrier doesn't cross the width of the ravine by any means, but you have solid footing, at least for now. There is still ash pouring down, trying to take you with it.
I'm gonna shout Drake to me, and then have my dragon come. Can I leap onto it?
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
got decent
right.
strength.
It's decent strength, and it's a large creature.
Yep.
And then can I fly it down to Balthazar to try and grab him out of the sand?
Make me a strength saving throw for the dragon to avoid being pummeled by this. Meanwhile, the centre of Zenedis' grand ritual begins to rise, the ground itself raising far above you into a peak of wasted and crumbling earth, a pinnacle of power at the core of everything. Below you isn't just a ravine, it is endless darkness, the absolute end of light down below you, and it is pulling you all inexorably closer.
How is the ground where Thrungi's trying to hold on to now?
Thrungi is currently embedded in some sort of earth and dangling from a chain on the other side of the ravine.
I will have started pulling myself
Yeah,
up.
we'll come around to you.
How tall from me is that now?
He is actually below you. Like, his trajectory took him down.
Okay, and how high is the ground where I would be safe?
So, you were here, which started then collapsing inwards. You've all moved about 20 feet down at this point. Balthazar moved 60 feet down. He just got swept. Right? Thrungi is probably about level with Balthazar when dangling at the bottom of his chain. As he climbs up the axe, he's then a bit higher.
And if I wanted to get to the bit on top, how many feet from me would
That
that
thing
be?
has rapidly started accelerating. It's going to be a long climb to get up there. Misty Step's not going to do it if that's what you're thinking. It's probably about 100 feet at this point.
Hold it. I might have something.
What was the strength saving throw for the dragon?
5.
5. The dragon
Plus,
gets
so
plus 4.
plus 4,
The dragon
9.
gets taken and gets barreled past Balthazar, and it is getting dragged down in itself.
Can it escape?
It can make an athletics check. It's essentially being grappled by the earth itself at this point. Balthazar, what do you want to do? Actually, start of yours, make a strength saving throw to stay on the Starlight Barrier. You don't have Nyah nearby. Nyah, what are you doing?
Can I... Will both Rambear and I fit on a Starlight Barrier?
Yeah, it's long enough.
Okay, I will do that to keep Rambear and I from slipping any further.
You're higher up, so trying to avoid being battered by the sand is a lot easier for you. You don't have to do anything just yet. Thrungi, make me an
You're
athletics
fine.
check to start climbing up your chain.
21.
21. You've
You-
climbed up to your axe at this point.
You're in
Balthazar.
flying bomb.
7.
7. You are on your Starlight Barrier and you're holding for a second, and you see the dragon get barreled past you, and while you're seeing that, you get distracted and get knocked with it, and you are taken down much further.
Can Thrungi,
I'm just slipping into the abyss now.
at this point, unload his crossbow, tie a rope to the bolt, and shoot it at Balthazar?
It'll be at disadvantage because you're essentially dangling from an axe.
Yeah.
Go for it.
A total of, with disadvantage, 19.
With disadvantage, a 19. Balthazar, you have a crossbow bolt shot at you.
Can I catch it?
You can. Roll me a d10.
Cool.
Thrungi, roll the damage. Balthazar, roll your thing. Faendal, what are you doing? Because you were safe and...
He shot a crossbow.
Oh, you were
bolt
on the
at me.
dragon, aren't you?
I'm on the dragon.
We'll
I
just
rolled
realised Nya's on a horse. Flying horse.
I'm going to assume he's on the Starlight Barrier for now, and then he
Yeah.
can start doing things.
The dragon rolled a 13 to get out of the...
Dragon manages to get out and shake free. You're still holding on to the dragon. Balthazar has fallen beyond the dragon at this point.
But Balthazar, I see the crossbow bolt with the rope going near Balthazar.
Yes. Balthazar, Thrungi, what was the damage?
7.
7. Balthazar,
I rolled a 10.
you catch the arrow as you're falling and suddenly are dangling from 150. Well, it's probably longer than that because of the distances, but a very long rope, and you start swinging across the ravine, heading to the sheer surface on the other side. Rambear, what do you want to do?
I'm on a barrier.
Do you want to do anything?
Can I shout up, I'll come for you?
But Rambear's never been on a Starlight Barrier before. Oh, maybe. Rambear's immediately on all fours, like gripping to the around it.
Okay, you just got you. In that case, make a strength saving throw with advantage because you made that action. Nyah, what do you want to do?
Okay, so is Balthazar swinging towards like nothingness?
He's swinging towards the side that Thrungi's on, but really far down.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can 2 people ride a horse?
Potentially, maybe a bit of a struggle. You may be having to roll some stuff, but potentially.
I'll stay on the Starlight Barrier with Rambear, and I'll send Electo to go catch Balthazar to take
Can
it
you
up
make
to
me a
him.
strength saving throw to avoid being blasted in while Electo goes down and grab him? Rambear, what did you roll on your strength saving throw?
It's a 23 total.
23. You're clamped on like a bear hugging a honey tree. Faendal. Yeah, Faendal.
We're trading a horse for a dragon, I think. I'll come up and try and see if one of them can fit on the dragon with me.
Yeah, okay.
Can the dragon grab Rambear?
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. Grabs Rambear in its claws.
So,
Rambear, do you let go of the Starlight Barrier at this point?
Do you let go, Rambear?
How gentle is the dragon with its claws?
Odds or evens?
Evens.
Because it is a neutral dragon. We don't know if it's that evil or not. Odds. I think it's not very gentle.
Ooh. Rambear's a little bit grumpy about having to let go. They feel kind of secure on the Moonlight Barrier now, but it's sort of hurting the back.
Let me help you, Rambear. You've done this to me many times. Trust
This
me.
is so undignifying.
The dragon begins to take off. Balthazar, you are swinging towards. I need you to make a strength saving throw. It's not a super hard DC. This is just to avoid getting knocked off the rope as you slam into the other side.
Does my slow fall from monk help?
You know what? Yes. You don't need to roll. Well played.
Cool.
Thank fuck for that.
You see it coming in and just like you get your feet stance properly set such that you land and like crumple into the knees rather than bashing in with your shoulder. And you are now like dangling from a rope, kind of essentially at the bottom of an abseil with just the infinite void below you.
And Thrungi literally having the rope wrapped around one arm while he's holding onto his axe with the other.
Thrungi's just like, let's land. Thrungi's doing the Captain America at this point.
By the way, I've taken a point of damage. I'm going to go with through the sheer of having this jerk on, like trying to hold this,
Fair enough.
which also means I keep my rage up.
That's fair. I think that's fine. There is definitely gritted teeth on this. Thrungi, what do you want to do? Do you just want to hold it when you see Electo heading down?
Yeah.
Cool. Electo heads down. It's a little shaky of a dismount for you, Balthazar. You've never had to get on Electo, and you're doing it without the solid ground. But you're dexterous enough, Electo is intelligent enough to manage the transition. Balthazar is now on Electo. Electo starts pulling up. Rambear is being held by a dragon, being ridden by Faendal, starts heading up. Nyah is still on a Starlight Barrier. I need a strength saving throw from Nyah. Thrungi, you are no longer having to hold up Balthazar. What are you doing?
So am I just hanging on a vertical surface right now?
Pretty much.
Fine. I am going to.
It's a little bit of an angle on it, but yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm pulling out the giant craft ambusher axe, and basically I'm pickaxing my way up like Lara Croft.
Make me an athletics check. Nyah, strength save.
Can I be like bracing myself to try and help?
Yeah, sure, have advantage.
21.
21. It's a slow climb, especially since everyone else is flying, but you are fundamentally climbing up the side. Nyah?
26.
26. You're taking the battering, and it's starting to slow at this point. It's also starting to slow as you realise your starlight barrier is no longer above Earth. You look down, there is just black.
How far is it to get then to solid ground?
It's gonna be a while.
Back the way you came or the way you were going?
The way we're going.
Where you were going, it's about 50 feet from where Nyah is. Straight across.
So dragon, 60 feet fly speed. 60 feet drops Rambear, U-turns back.
Do you also
to
want on the top of the rise?
on the top.
Okay, that's a lot further, because the top of the rise is about 100 feet higher than Nyah.
50, 100.
Can the dragon not just hold Rambear and Rambear grab the Nyah? Oh wait, Rambear's the one who's carrying the...
That's a lot of weight.
When did we become the
No, it's Rambear who's carrying it.
That's not how physics works out. Electo is swooping up. Is Electo taking Balthazar to the top?
Yeah.
Cool. That's heading to the top. Thrungi is climbing.
50 route 5. About 120 feet. I couldn't get, so it's doing Pythag in my head there. It's about 120 feet. So Dragon's got 60, it can dash, so 60 from
I thought
Start
you were going to
going.
Vortex Warp Nyah up there then.
You know what? No, you can Misty Step. Misty Step, how far is Misty Step?
Misty Step's
feet.
30 feet.
30.
You know what?
Fine.
I'm gonna Vortex Warp Nyah. I'm gonna fly over.
Nyah, suddenly there is a very
Familiar.
similar mist to how you
Oh.
usually cast Misty Step surround you, but you did not cast this, and suddenly you are...
Vortex
What level was it? Were you just doing standard one, so 90 feet, yeah?
standard tech level, which goes 90 feet.
Cool. So that won't get her to the top, so Nyah...
I will so Dragon gets 60 feet, drops Rambear, curves down to scoop as
Okay.
Wait, 90, 100, 100. I can Misty Step the rest of the way.
you know what, she can Misty Step the rest
Okay,
of the way.
so suddenly you are...
And
Teleported.
Vortex Swap is a very I
And
do
I'm-
have it Vortex Swap is a very noticeable like drag, so it's like a
You are suddenly yanked by mist that's similar because it's designed after your spell, 90 feet into the air. It's a little surprising, and then your brain just goes, fuck, and you cast Misty Step using your cast of it, and to the top of the caldera. All of you are now at the top. Thrungi pulls himself up to the top
I don't
to
know,
join the rest
that's
of you.
get covered in sweat, like, oh my god, guys. Thrungi, you need to learn to fly.
You can't tell where the sweat starts and the oil ends.
Oh,
Before you, as you all catch your breath,
Switching with Balthazar, I'm like, okay, get off my horse now.
Yeah, I'll dismount and go. Now I know
Oh,
why you
cool.
like riding this.
before you is
It's
a
so convenient.
shallow caldera made of
Go against the ghost,
crumbling
Balthazar.
rock and settling ash. Scattered about, you can see desiccated corpses slowly being buried in the falling grey flakes. And placed at an interval around it are the 6 black stone pillars you saw before, each one seemingly sucking on the light around it. At the centre of it all is a deep purple ritual circle, around which steps a blood-red, armour-clad man. He is flanked by 2 large skeletons, themselves wreathed in wisps of smoke and black fire. And the hulking beast of bone and fire you met atop the walls of the citadel keeps watch It lets out a roar as deep as the abyss in your direction. And that is where we will end.
I think they noticed us.
Next up, final confrontation.
The end of the world.
The end
you
of
next
the
time.
end.